first gentleman, Mr. Robert Jones. Would you like to introduce yourself and speak?
Thank you for inviting us here tonight. Appreciate it. My name's Robert Jones, better known as Bobby. I'm born and raised in Mount Vernon. Lived there all my life. I've done just about every job it is in Somerset County. Worked in fields, canning factories, oyster houses, vaccinated chickens for Purdue, and drove the truck up and down the road, and raised 6 boys and a girl. In other words, I had to work for old man had to. And I would appreciate your support in this next election. This is going to be my last. I've been here a long time, 24 years. You voted me in 6 times. I think that's a record for Somerset County. I have some other things I'd like to finish. I need your help to do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clarence Bell, and I am a lifelong resident of Somerset County. I've been married for 23 years to my wife, Debbie. We have 2 kids, and it is just a pleasure to be here to just interact with you guys tonight. I started my career in Ocean City as a law enforcement officer. I came to Crisfield, stayed for 14 years, left and went to the University of Maryland Eastern Shore for 9 years, came back to Crisfield for 3.5 years, and it is pretty obvious that law enforcement is in my blood. That's what I love, that's what I know, and that's what I hope I'm going to be able to do for the next 4 years. I took a few years off as chief of police, and now I'm wanting to be the sheriff of Somerset County, and I'm hoping that you guys will vote for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate the invitation tonight to address everyone. I'm Allan Webster. I started my law enforcement career at 19 with the Baltimore County Police Department. Worked there for 30 years, attaining the rank of detective major, supervising about 300 detectives, responsible for crimes against property, vice narcotics, and homicide. I left Baltimore County in 1999 and became the chief of police, being selected out of 78 candidates in the city of Salisbury, where I stayed until I retired this year. I have a college degree in management and technology. I am a graduate of the FBI National Academy in Quantico, Virginia. I'm also a graduate of the Federal Executive Institute in Charlottesville, Virginia. My family's originally from Allan. I came back to Somerset County. I've been down here hunting for 45 years. I'm a rookie to marriage. I've been married for 1.5 years to my wife, Carol Ann. We both live in Marion, reside there, been living there for about 3.5 years. So again, thank you very much for the invitation for tonight.
Thank you. Did you have the mic? Should the Somerset County office be full-time or part-time?
Should the Sheriff's Department be full-time?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe they should be a full-time service, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I think the work now, the capacity of work, and I guess the safety issue for other police departments here. You have other police departments in Somerset County that work 24/7. I think the Sheriff's Department should pull its weight and work the 24/7 for safety reasons. You have officers who are stopping people in the middle of the night. You need backup, and sometimes an officer, maybe a state trooper, maybe in Allan or whatever, and I think it's imperative that you have that safety issue and you have that backup. The other thing I think with 24/7, I've heard a lot of county commissioners talk about a money issue. One thing that I would look at, and I think it's a very feasible idea, is to look at the shift configuration of the Sheriff's Department that you have now. I think by overlapping shifts, it's not a good, I don't think it's a good idea, a really effective way of working deputies to have 4 or 5 working at 3 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning. You want them when the calls for service are occurring and when the busy times are occurring. So I think looking at the shift configuration, I think will help be able to spread out the Sheriff's Department a little more to work in conjunction with the other departments in Somerset County and provide a 24/7 coverage. I think it's going to take some time, but I'm more than willing to sit down and look at what the shift configuration is now and work with the deputies and come up with a very viable plan. You have good men and women in the Sheriff's Department, and I think working with them, in conjunction with them, and having input from them, I think we can eventually go to a 24/7 full-time coverage in this county.
Thank you. Just pass it down. Should the Somerset County Sheriff's Office be a full-time or a part-time position?
It should be full-time. I've been trying to get 24-hour coverage for the last 5 or 6 years. You've heard from the commissioners and other people. It takes money. It takes your money. And we've grown from 4 people when I started in '86. We're up to 21 certified people. We have 1 opening we're trying to fill. I've got 3 part-time officers in court, 3 civilians, and 3 people in my office. So we've come a long ways, but we've come along a step at a time. That's what we're going to continue to do. We have a plan now for 24/7. It's coming. It's coming fairly soon. We don't have anybody working 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, as Mr. Webster just stated. Our schedules are set up to meet the court's needs. That's our primary obligation. We serve over 500 papers a week, which chief of police don't do, town police don't do. We transport prisoners. Police don't do that. Sheriff's office does half of its obligation is with the court system. And the other half, we try to do what law enforcement we can with what we've got. We can only spend the money that's available. It's your money. County commissioners are responsible to spend your money wisely. Everybody wants a slice of the pie, and we've got a small pie. So we're going to do the best we can with what we got. We'll grow as you and the county commissioners and the budget will let us. Thank you.
Thank you. The same question is, should the Somerset County Sheriff's Office be a full-time or a part-time position?
I certainly believe that the Somerset County Sheriff's Office should be a 24/7 division. And as we look across the country and we see the way crime is going up, and we see the way the economy is going, and usually when the economy is bad, crime goes on the rise. I believe that given the demographic of Somerset County, the way it is laid out, from Deal Allan to Chrisfield, I believe that it is imperative that we have more police officers in the county. So I believe that Somerset County should definitely be a full-time police department. I remember when I was working in Chrisfield as a police officer, and I can remember times when we had some pretty serious issues going on in the city, and we would have to wait to make a move sometime until a Maryland State Trooper came from Deal Island. So I believe that the more police officers that you have in the county, the better off you're going to be in terms of response time and what have you. So yes, the short answer is I definitely believe that we should look to find ways, working with the county commissioners, to identify resources and money that we can have a 24/7 police department. It seems to me that as I look around, all the other counties have 24/7 police departments. Why should the citizens of Somerset County be shortchanged? So, it's like I said in the other forum. As for Clarence Bell, I would be a pit bull in terms of trying to work with the county commissioners to make sure that Somerset County had a 24/7 police department.
Thank you. Mr. Bell, you have the microphone.